Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing well. Let's jump right into it. The first thing that you need to understand is when your ex decided to end their relationship with you, when they decided to leave you, there were enough bad things that were going on in their mind where they no longer wanted to be a part of that relationship anymore. They had enough bad thoughts, they had enough negative thoughts, and they thought, at least in their mind, that a bunch of negative things were happening in their relationship and they just didn't want to be a part of it. The biggest mistake that I made when I was going through my first breakup with one of my exes was I didn't have any self-worth. I didn't have any respect for myself. So it was very hard for me to let her go. It was very hard for me to move on from that relationship and move on with my life. That's why it took me so long to let go. That's why it took me so long to move on and, understand that I was going to be okay, whether she came back or not. It is very important that when someone breaks up with you, when someone tells you that they want to break up with you, or when someone just breaks up with you and they show you that they want to leave you and they no longer want to be with you, you need to be able to let them go to make that decision. When your ex actually feels the weight of the breakup and they start to think and wonder if they've made the right decision by leaving you, that is when they are going to be thinking about you the most. That's when you're going to be on their mind the most. That's when they're going to have these thoughts about you, and they're going to think to themselves and ask themselves if maybe they rushed ending the relationship, if they jumped to a conclusion too soon, and if they're going to regret the decision. What you need to understand is they aren't going to be able to have those thoughts, though, if you are constantly in their face, if you're constantly over pursuing them, you're constantly chasing them and trying to be around in their life more and trying to get them to work on things with you, trying to fix and save their relationship. The thing is, you can't convince anyone to change their mind. They have to be able to do that on their own. They have to come to that conclusion on their own. They have to change their own mind. There's nothing that you can do or say that's going to change someone's mind on a decision that they made. There's something that I wrote down that I want to read to you right now, and that's to get your ex back, you have to be able to let go of the fear of them leaving their relationship and jump into the fear of the unknown, which is a very, very scary thing to do, I know. And that's jump into the fear of the unknown of whether or not they're going to come back, because maybe they're not going to come back. Jumping into the unknown fear of what a life is going to be like without them, how, when and if you're going to find someone new, what your life is going to, turn out to be without them in it, when you thought that this person was going to be a big part of your life and, was going to be a part of your future. You need to recognize that this person, that your ex, could end up walking away. And I know that it hurts to hear that, right? I know that that's an uncomfortable thing to realize, but you have to accept that. You need to understand that that can be a reality. When you let them go and you give them the breakup and you show them the respect of like giving them the space and that distance that they want, and just giving them the breakup and showing that you have respect for yourself as well, and you actually give them the time to miss you and grieve you, that's when they are going to feel the end of the relationship. It also shows that you're not going to just sit there and sit around and beg for someone and chase someone that no longer wants to be with you, that no longer wants to share, life with you. The only way that someone is going to come back to you is when they miss you enough. And when their anxiety about their relationship ending and their anxiety about not hearing from you and not talking to you and not knowing what you're up to is at a high enough level to where, it's just too much for them and they want to talk to you. They want to reach out to you. When you let them go and you actually try and move on with your life, you actually come to terms with the breakup, you accept that this person may not come back, that's going to allow them to actually get to that point. To get to the point where their anxiety is at that high enough level, where they are missing you that much and they just want to reach out to you. That is why no contact is so important. That's why everyone talks about it. That's why it's a thing. It's because that's really the only thing you can do right now. Because being in no contact is giving them the breakup, it's giving them what they want, and it's showing that you have respect for that and you have respect for yourself, but it's also giving you the time and giving you the space to become a better version of yourself, to build a better life for yourself, and fix what you need to fix in your life, on your own self, in your own self. And it gives you the time to analyze, what went wrong and what you can do better and the mistakes that you made and how you can grow and learn from those mistakes. That was one of the biggest things that I learned from my breakup. My breakup taught me a ton of things. I was able to finally realize what I did wrong, how I contributed to having, a negative part in the relationship, all the things that I could have done better that, might have helped the relationship go on a little bit longer. But ultimately, I don't believe that relationship was, just meant to be. But when you do that, when you work on yourself and you grow as a person and you try and take this breakup as a lesson, you're going to be able to realize the things that you did wrong, the mistakes that you made. And then you're going to be able to learn from those mistakes so you don't make those mistakes again in a future relationship with someone new. Or if your ex does come back, so you're not making those mistakes again. As more time goes by and your ex hasn't heard from you, they haven't seen you, they don't know what you're doing because you've been in no contact, as more of that time goes by, the breakup is going to feel more final to them. Their attraction level for you is going to go up because you're coming off as strong. You're acting strong, and they have no idea what you've been up to. They have no idea if you're dating someone new. They have no idea what your life is like right now because they haven't talked to you. They haven't seen you. That is the point that you need them to get to. They have to be wondering about you. They have to be missing you. They have to be thinking about you. And if you're screwing up no contact, if you keep messing it up, if you keep breaking no contact and you're doing all the things that you shouldn't be doing, like reaching out to them or trying to, talk to them more and get them to change their mind and try and convince them to work on things and just doing all of these things, or just trying to get their attention on social media or whatever it is that you may be doing that's messing up no contact, that's just going to draw out the process. That's going to lower their attraction for you. That's not going to make them want to come back to you. If you act strong and you're actually doing no contact correctly and you're not messing up no contact, then you do give yourself a very good chance at reattracting your ex back into your life. It's going to give them the chance to miss you, to think about you. When they start to have the slightest thought of losing you to someone else, of there being a possibility where you have moved on from the relationship, you have moved on from your ex, and you have let them go, and they start to feel that, because you can feel that. It's an energy that is just put out there that they can feel. When you're no longer trying to do things to get their attention, and that thought creeps into their mind of, are they with someone else? Have they found someone else? Are they really moving on from me when they said they love me so much and they, wanted to be with me? When they have that thought, that is going to make them rethink if they've made the right decision of ending the relationship, of breaking up with you and leaving you. You need to know that your self-worth is so much more than you think it is. Your self-worth is way higher than you believe it is, than you tell yourself it is. You cannot be and you should not be chasing someone and begging someone to be with you and to work on things that doesn't want to be with you, that doesn't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. They told you, they've showed you by their actions that they no longer want to be with you. You're hurting your self-worth and you're lowering the respect you have for yourself and the respect they have for you if you're doing that. If you're chasing and begging someone that doesn't want to be with you anymore. You need to just let them go, give them the breakup, respect yourself, and understand that you have self-worth, that you are a good person, that you are valuable, and you're going to be valuable to someone else if your ex isn't seeing you as valuable. Let them go and give them the breakup. If you did make it through the video, make sure you like and subscribe right down below if you did enjoy and you did take some value away from this. If you do want to get your ex back and save your relationship, make sure you click the link in the description below. I really know that I can help you, and I would love to work with you because I've gone through what you're going through and I've become a better person because of it. So I will see you in the next video.